Hello, and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everyone. Hope you guys are having another rockin' week thus far. Today is December 8th, 2021. I can't believe it, folks. We're coming down to the home stretch of 2021. And this, quarter, I've been talking a lot about setting you up for success for 2022. It's very important that we do that. It's very important that we set that up now in the fourth quarter of every year to set you up for success for the following year. I think I've been doing that. I've been practicing that for the 14 years I've been in business. I've been practicing that for the last 7 years, I believe, or maybe 8 years now. And I got to tell you, it's paid dividends. So I want to share the wealth and teach it to you guys. Always prepare for 2022. We'll always prepare for the next year in general. Anyway, so in preparation for next year, I want you guys to remember that there's only 3 weeks left. And where I am offering a $500 value proposition here, where I am going to give you a free analysis of your website, a free marketing plan coming into 2022. And in exchange, the only thing you got to do is buy my book off my website, www.lbmsllc.com/book. You purchase it there. Once you purchase it, you'll be given a list of instructions of what to do. Obviously, you'll receive the book right in your office or your home, wherever address you put in. We will ship it to you. And like I said, we're running out of time. I'm only doing this until the end of this year. Last day that you can claim this prize will be December 31st. I was planning on extending it, but it has gone fairly well. So I will end it on the 31st. So you got till the 31st to do that. So I want you guys to take advantage of it. If you haven't done so already, just head on over to lbmsllc.com/book and you will be prompted appropriately. So anyway, speaking of setting you up for success in 2022, today's topic is all about similar things, because what I've noticed, folks, and I saw this on one of my clients' websites. We had a discussion on our monthly marketing review that we do with our clients, and we noticed that they do not pay attention to their online reputation. So I want to teach you 4 ways to manage your online reputation as a small business. This is very important, folks, especially small businesses, because, we don't, although we may be known in our general vicinity by some people, but not all. So we want to make sure that our reputation is tight, and we don't want anybody to badmouth us online. So I'm going to teach you some ways that you can manage it. Okay. So it's not going to be a very long episode, but here we go. Let's talk reputation management. So number 1, the first thing that you have to do to manage your reputation online, there are other things. Well, so let me back up before I go with number 1. This is just a simple baby step process of making sure that your reputation is on point out there. There are several other steps that you have to take. Okay. So, but I'm doing it the basic steps that you have to do. And just doing these basic steps, you should be okay. Obviously, there's other things that you need to do, but we don't have time to go over that. Usually what I do is I go over that with my clients, or we just do it for them. But these are the 4 fundamental steps that you have to take. All right. So let me preface this this episode by saying that before I go into the content. So I apologize for that. Number 1, you want to create social media accounts and keep them active. Here's the thing. A social media presence nowadays is a vital piece of your online presence and reputation. It's just huge. And then, once you decide to create your business, your social media, create your business social media profiles, let's say, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, etc., Facebook, or Meta, as they going to call it these days. I'm sure you guys heard the news. But anyway, I digress. Once you create these profiles, it's important that you want to keep them alive. All right. Now, it doesn't mean that 20 posts a day. Okay. That's not what I mean by keep them alive. What I'm saying is you want to find something that feels right for your business, and keep with it. Okay. You want to create, say, a regular schedule where you post weekly. So if you decide, let's say, you want to post once a week, then that's fine. I mean, I would do more than that, but at least that's a start. At least it's not dead. Okay. So if you're not sure what to post, folks, a lot of people, I was just having this conversation with a client of mine who, he wants to have a go at it himself. He said, Frank, you guys been doing some lead generation stuff for us, but let's see if we can do this piece by ourselves because we think we can do this. He wasn't sure what to post. So I'm gonna give you a few. I gave him a few suggestions. I'm gonna give you the same suggestions of what to post. You want to post something like how-to guides. You want to post something like memes, something educational that ties to your business, and something that's entertaining. So memes are very entertaining. You want to post something that's engaging, something that's going to encourage people to follow you. So, I always say, ask questions on posts every now and then. Something that makes people share it. Something seems interesting, they start sharing your post with other people because they can relate to what you're saying. That gives you a nice organic reach. So not only that, it helps with your reputation, which is what we're talking about today. Okay. So that's number 1. You want to create social accounts and you want to keep them active. So you probably already have the social accounts, but if you're not keeping them active, you're hurting your reputation. So number 2, you want to claim your business name across all platforms. So, this is something that could be a little tedious, a little cumbersome. They have a lot of different platforms that you may not even know of. But you really want to claim your business on all those stuffs like Neostar and Foursquare. You want to have some sort of a profile or business setting, if you will, on these listings. It's very important that you do it, only because the internet is all become one huge, what I say, happy family. So online presence Back in the day, online presence was, oh, how is your website looking, and how does it, yeah, how does it function, et cetera, et cetera. Now, online presence has a lot more to do than just your website. It has also to do with your social profiles, has to do with your business listings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How do you go across the internet? How are you showing up? Is everything aligned with everything else, et cetera, et cetera? So these are things that this is a fundamental thing. There's more stuff to do, but this is very, very fundamental. Once you do this, at least you're on the right step. So that number 2 is you want to claim your business name across all platforms. For a list of it's a whole ton of them that we can do. What I'll do probably is on the show notes, I'll give you maybe the list of listings that I can give you that you may want to be a part of. Or what I can do also is, if you go on my website, actually this is even better. This is better for you, because if you go up, because there's certain listings that work better for different industries. And since I don't know what industry you're in, on second thought, what you should do is go on my website, lbmsllc.com. On the homepage, click on Online Presence Report. That Online Presence Report is going to give you the suggestions for your business. So yeah, it's going to give you a whole SEO analysis and all that stuff, but that's not what I'm interested in. What I want you to follow based on this number 2 piece is the fact that what directories you need to be in. So you'll get the list right there. All right. I think that's the best way you could do it. All right, moving on to number 3, you want to respond to and monitor online reviews. Now, this is an interesting thing. Too many times when you go online, if you go to, let's just keep it simple. Let's go to Google My Business. You see some, negative reviews. One of the worst things that you can do is to ignore negative reviews. You want to address it. You don't want the people who do not know you or know of you to think that you're trying to dodge, from negative reviews, et cetera, et cetera. So I always say respond to them. Now, I don't want you to just respond to the negative reviews. I want you to respond also to the positive reviews. Acknowledging, yes, thanks, John. It was a pleasure, doing business with you or working with you. Thanks a lot. If you ever need anything, reach out. Stuff like that is really, really good for your reputation, because your reputation online would be of a company that cares about what people are saying, and that's monitoring their reputation. This is all part of it. All right. So a lot of times I go online and I see these reviews and they go unanswered. That's a big no-no. Okay. So I would say answer them. All right. So number 4, last but not least, you want to verify your Google listing. See, one way to be very, very, very proactive with your online reputation is to just claim your Google page. That's one of the simplest steps. Okay. The reason why it's so basic and very simple is that it helps with your local searches. I mean, we want to get found. Why not? Why not have a listing on Google? I don't understand this. And this is it goes back to, number 2, claim your business name, but you want to start with 4, which is your Google listing. And tie everything from those others into your Google listing. That's the important thing. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because I couldn't believe that for some, I don't know how it happened, but somehow my client who had a Google listing, when we took on the account, somebody removed it because they thought it wasn't doing anything, they removed it because it was the wrong address or was some wrong information. So instead of editing the information, they decided to remove it, which I don't understand. So I wanted to put this down here. Verify your Google listing. Okay, verify that it's there, because it was not verified. because they did some changes to it, Google no longer is verifying it. So you want to make sure that it's verified. Okay. And here's some interesting stats that I want to share with you about Google listing. As many as 36% of customers said that they find out about businesses from an online search. And while they're searching, the thing that they review a lot is the Google listing. That's pretty amazing. I remember when Google listings started, the GMB, I think it was called Google Places. A lot of people didn't pay attention to it a lot. But now here in 2021, and you could say 2022 and beyond, really, because we're almost in 2022, guys, it's very important. So you want to make sure that it's verified, and you want to make sure that it maintains verified. Another thing that you want to do, this has nothing to do with your online well, it actually does have to do with your online reputation, and it's tied to this number 4. Make sure that the hours of operation is accurate. Funny story, one of my clients had listed on their Google My Business page, and which was verified, by the way, that there was a 24/7 shop, and they weren't. And someone actually thought that they were. They showed up there after like hours. It was like after like 8 o'clock or something like that, or 8:30 or something like that at night, and everyone was gone. So you want to make sure that all this stuff is accurate as well. Okay. So the bottom line to all of this, what I just said about this episode, I mean, this pretty much ends this episode. But the bottom line is that you want to, if you're stepping into the digital world, and you want to play in this sandbox, if you will, it can be intimidating, but here's the thing. Here's the lucky thing of all of this. And this is my final thought on this, is that there are tons of tools that are available to you that you can utilize, and that you can actually maintain your reputation really, really simple. LBMS, we have a in-house tool that we use, that we give to our customers for free when they do business with us, and they could manage their online reputation. They could do all kinds of stuff. If they want to do if they want to have a stronger go at it, they have to, upsell and everything to it. But even with the basic package of our online reputation tool, will help them with those basic 4 things that we just talked about. So let's go over those 4 things again before we wrap this up. Number 1, you want to create social media accounts and keep them active. Number 2, you want to claim your business name across all platforms, not just Google. Number 3, you want to respond to and monitor online reviews, good and bad. And number 4, you want to verify, not just list your Google listings. You want to verify your Google listing. Very important to verify it. So with that, I wish you guys nothing but the very best. That puts a farewell, and that bids farewell to this episode until next week. This has been Frank Deming, the local business guy. Take care, folks, and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.